everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And ERASMUS has just named the South Africa A team. It's not a South Africa A team. Let's be very, very clear. Which is going to be quite interesting. I think we basically get a test match on Wednesday. There's no other way of putting it. We have got a test match on Wednesday as a result of the Springboks game against Georgia being cancelled. ERASMUS and Jacques Nienaber have been forced to name pretty much as full a strength side as they can for their clash against the British and Irish Lions on Wednesday, in order to try and get them game time, which is, I'm not going to lie, quite frustrating, actually. I think, whilst it will make another fantastic watch, we basically now get sort of 4 tests, but it's not what you want to see. We wanted to see an SAA side. We wanted to see those fringe players having a go at the British and Irish Lions. Look, there are a couple of players who have been, who are giving him the opportunity. It's definitely not the strongest Springbok side, but if you look at it, and we'll go through the team in a moment, you'll see that it is more or less a Springbok side. But before we continue, please do smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. So the situation is it's caught between a rock and a hard place for ERASMUS and Jacques Nienaber, because they've only played 1 game since the World Cup final, so they needed game time. They need game time. In fact, ERASMUS actually wants to play another SAA game on Saturday against the British and Irish Lions. Warren Gatland was very quick to say that won't happen. They will play against the Stormers. So I don't know if ERASMUS and Jacques Nienaber are going to try and find an opponent for Saturday. They're going to try and ask a local union if they can field a side and play against the Springboks or an SAA, because they want to try and give players an opportunity, but at the same time they need to get players playing. I mean, when you look at the side, you'll actually understand why it's been picked, because there's a lot of players who haven't had a lot of opportunity and haven't played a lot of game time. There's obviously also a lot of players who aren't available to the squad to begin with. But yeah, let's look at the side itself. So you'll see there, Stephen Kitshoff, Joseph Dweba, Trevor Nyakane. I mean, Joseph Dweba getting his first match in South African colours. It's basically it's Trevor Nyakane and Stephen Kitshoff, for me, who could probably start in the test team anyway. And Ebert Etzebeth, Franco Master, that is probably our starting lock combination as well. Markham and Starden, we know that TC Ecclesi has currently isolated with COVID-19, so otherwise he probably would have started. And Jasper Witzer gets to start at number 8. But Faf de Klerk, starting scrum half, Morne Steyn gets an opportunity at 10. Andre Pollard, also part of the group, who currently have COVID-19. Damon Lendi, Lakanya, Spirit Corsi, Jason Colby, Billy LaRue. It's a Springbok side. Let's not beat around the bush. It is a Springbok side. You look at that backline that backline, and de Klerk, World Cup winner, Corsi, World Cup winner, Lendi, World Cup winner, Lakanya. The only players who didn't start in that backline, that didn't start in the World Cup final, is Corsi and Steyn. So it is not a South Africa A side. The bench is also very stacked. They'll have to confirm a final bench in the next couple of days. But Malcolm Marx, Koen Oosthuizen, and Vincent Koch, Nicholas Janssen van Rensburg, so it'll be the first time we get to see him in the SA colours. Renan Alstad, Herschel Yankees, Jesse Creel, Damien Willemse, Quagga Smith, and Alton Yankees. I think it's just frustrating, isn't it? Because, as I said, you can understand why they picked it. You can understand the team. You can understand the thinking. But it's not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a team of, probably Herschel Yankees, Alton Yankees, Jaap Penkler, maybe Spirit Corsi, Apelele Facet fullback, Lacanio, wanted to see a Similani at outside centre, maybe France Day at inside centre. You want to see a pack of Oxenshire or Vincent Koch, Thomas Dutoy, or Koen Oosthuizen starting with Joseph Dweba, lock combinations of like Nicholas Janssen van Rensburg and Marvin Orie, a loose trio of maybe, the De Preer brothers and Van Staden or Jasper Wiese. That would have been an SAA side, but this is not an SAA side. This is basically a Springbok side. So it's very frustrating that as a result of the situation we find ourselves, we have to sort of see this type of match. But they've got no other choice. I think if they had that second game against Georgia, they could have gone with a different side. They could have named sort of a more second string side. And that's why they want another game on Saturday. They said that they want another SAA game against the British and Irish Lions, which, as I said, Warren Gatland has said will not happen. But they want that game so they can want to see the Similani a chance. They'll want to start somebody like Alton Yankees, You can understand why Morne Steyn's been picked, because, he needs to be able to have a run out with the Springboks thing. Doesn't mean he's second choice fly half. Good question, It's very, very interesting. Look, there's a lot you can read into the side. We don't exactly know which players aren't available, which doesn't help. Maybe like Wandisile Similani or Apelele Fassi or Jaap Penkler, maybe they were supposed to play this weekend, but they're not available. But it kind of comes across as just they want to put the strongest team out that they can, because they have to try and get a game plan, because in order to be competitive for those 3 tests, they've got to be able to put the side out and let them run. Lakanya as captain is pretty straightforward. I don't think there's any issues there. In another time, in another opportunity, I think we might have seen like an Alton Yankees, for example, captaining an SAA side if he started at number 10. So it's a good side. It's a very, very strong side. Look, there's no complaints in terms of what we'll see. We're in for an absolute cracker on Wednesday. I think that's the main thing. But it just frustrates me a little bit that I think that some of these players will not actually get an opportunity to play to get the British and Irish Lions. Similarly, Jaap Penkle, Aplele Fassi, Vincent Koch, who am I missing? The Dupree brothers. Those players might actually not get the chance to play the British and Irish Lions because they haven't made this SAA side, which is not an SAA side. And we know that they're very much on the fringe in terms of the Springbok squad. So they probably won't make that final sort of Springbok 23 either. And they weren't released to their unions. So I think that in an ideal situation, if it wasn't for COVID-19 and we're going to be in this sort of situation, it would have been so nice to have seen when I see Similani playing against the Lions for the Sharks. Jaap Penkle playing for the Lions against for the Sharks. It's just we've been robbed of so many moments on this tour as a result of COVID-19. It's nobody's fault. Let's get that out there. It's absolutely nobody's fault. You can understand all the reasoning. Warren Gatton's very excited about this side, but it's not what we wanted to see, is it? Look, and this is very good. I'm excited to see some players. I'm very excited to see Joseph Dwebe play. I'm very excited to see how Marco van Staden goes. Very excited to see how Jasper Wiese play. But those are three, maybe in Corsi as well, 3 or 4 players who would have been in an SAA side. Whereas this is a Springbok team. I mean, they might as well just wear the Springbok jersey. I don't even know if they'll wear the same jersey or what the story will be. So it's just that little bit frustrating because I just think we've missed the chance. I want to see Damien Willemse maybe start at inside centre. That could have been cool. Damien Willemse inside centre. Alton Yankees at far half. Want to see the Similani at outside centre. We could have had such a cool SAA side, but we won't get a chance to see that because of COVID-19 and the fact that we need the preparation. Let me know what you think of this side. I think it's a side that can actually beat the British and Irish Lions. I don't think they will. I think we'll be a little bit undercooked. But as a result, all these players will be very ready for that first test. So it's very, very important for the test victory, and that always has to obviously trump it. It's just, as I said, it's just frustrating that we won't get to see our side. But let me know what you think of this side down in the comments below. Smash a like, comment, do subscribe to the channel. Very interesting news. Dwayne Vermeulen might be joining up with the squad ahead of the last test. Also hearing rumours that Ronan Kelleher, the Irish hooker, will be drafted into the squad. Adelman Jones also set to potentially join up with the squad as well. We'll have the Warren Gatland conference up later. We're busy trying to make sure we can get up the ERASMUS conference as well. So please make sure you click on your notifications so that you get up to date for that. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. We'll be live tonight for our new show, so come and hang out for then. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you guys all very soon.